What y'all think about Tiger Woods?
Who?
That look like Tiger Woods.
Hey, look, that dude. That they said he was. He crashed, but that dude had to be on something.
Man, that man didn't crash. That man go that way every day.
He was a car crash.
Yeah, a single car crash, and they said they saw him like speeding out of the parking lot of a hotel.
Oh, he's still up to his old ways.
Yeah.
They said they saw him speeding out of the parking lot of the hotel, and then next thing you know, he done flipped.
What was he driving?
Some type of SUV.
Yeah, like
maybe he was driving a
Bentley
SUV. Was it a Bentley or was it a Buick?
It was a Bentley SUV.
Did he lose the Buick?
It's Tiger Woods. I wouldn't surprise if he had a Prius. You know, he kind of off brand.
It was the new Genesis SUV.
It was a Genesis SUV?
Yeah.
Hey, look, all I know is that once Tiger Woods said that he ain't black, I'm like,
Yeah, that was spooky.
Okay.
I mean, but dog, I'm telling you, just being honest and being real, just imagine being mixed with two different races, right?
Yeah.
How would you feel if your child, or just think about it, if your old lady was white, we all black men, but our old lady white, and you know what I'm saying, our son, our daughter has to claim either black or white, which I feel like you are what your dad is, me personally.
That's how I feel too. Or
how the mom would feel.
Or if black is in you anywhere, I feel like
black.
You got any black?
I can go with that, but is it fair though? How can you leave out the other parent?
Yeah, that's true. It ain't fair.
Yeah.
That's a tough situation.
And it's even tougher if both the parents are minorities.
Yeah.
Hey.
So, but it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier saying it's like easier saying I'm black and Puerto Rican.
Yeah. but then
yo,
what up?
What they do, man? You look like a podcast, episode 11. Hey,
get
it. Double one.
Look, we done made it to 11 episodes on a.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, we got the homies in the building. Hey, my boy back. My boy Dame back in the building. Dressing all black.
Down there being a creep.
Dame back. David, what's happening, bro?
Hey, look, I'm chilling. You know, I am who I am. You know, I'm chilling.
Cool. Hey, so y'all switch roles tonight. We got Honolulu in the building today.
Yeah, I had to put my own Hawaii flag on.
Okay,
you know,
hey, what you
representing Duval.
Okay. Big Norm, what's happening, bro?
What it do, man? I'm tired, man. You doing all right?
Cool, bro. Hey, I'm back-to-back weeks, man. Fresh off the road into the studio.
Yes, sir.
I was on the road this morning coming from Lauderdale. You know what I mean? Going down, I had to go down there for a funeral. You know what I mean? RIP to my auntie Beck. You know what I'm saying? Got to see the family. You know what I mean? Got to see the family on a somber note, but you know, still good to see the family. You know how that is.
I've in my younger years, I've eaten at her restaurant. So.
Oh, I think we all have BG.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? BGs in Lauderdale. You know. But yo, man, we got a special guest. You know what I mean? With the game today or tonight. My man Celes in the building. What's going on, bro?
What it do? What's happening, fellas? What's good?
What's going on, man?
Can't call it, man. Cool. Out here in Duval, y'all know what it is. Y'all see the hat. I ain't gotta say too much.
Hey, look.
Save all them your team sorry jokes. I ain't got time for that.
Hey, look.
Hey, y'all know how I do it. In the comments.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
Look, we got two Jaguars fans on here today.
I'm gonna do like everybody say. We rebuilding.
Hey, that's a good spot to rebuild, man. All that cap room, first pick in the draft. Hey,
I heard y'all were looking at. I heard y'all were looking at a safety for the first pick of the draft.
Hey, Hey, no, don't put that in there, please. They'll do some silly. They'll do some craziness.
Hey, the old regiment is out though. Urban Meyer running it. That dude, he might not have any professional coaching experience, but what he does have is knowing how to scout talent.
Well,
that's in college. It's a whole different thing.
It's a whole different ball. And
honestly, he got a lot of money to recruit with, though. He got a lot of money to put them recruiting skills to the test.
He do. I mean, I wasn't happy with the whole head coaching pick, but
yeah, me neither.
Hey,
I wasn't happy with the GM pick.
I'd take him over who we got rid of.
Definitely.
That is true.
So
they held on him way too long.
Way too long. I don't even understand what that was about, but who knows?
Right.
But we rebuilding, like I said.
Y'all know I hate every other team in the NFL equally, but the Jaguars, I hate them a little less since I stay here, so I wouldn't mind them doing good. I wouldn't mind seeing them get to the Super Bowl and get knocked off by them boys, but that's another story. But
hey, them boys might be getting Russell Wilson. The boys might be getting Russell Wilson.
Man, I was feeling JoJo, man, for a second, and he said that nonsense, man. Ain't it some kind of way to block somebody on here or something like that?
Yeah, listen,
kick him off.
Bro, look, man, hey, we appreciate you, taking your time and jumping on here with us and just kicking it. You know what I mean? What we like to do is just give, young Black entrepreneurs, an opportunity, another outlet, just to, tap in with the people and let them know what it is that they do. You know what I mean? If we connect one person with you that's out there listening, our job is done. You know what I mean? So,
definitely.
We gonna say it probably multiple times throughout the interview. Just know this is an avenue for you. If you ever got anything going on, let us know, bro. We promoting that like it's one of us, bro.
For sure. I appreciate it, man. Definitely. Yes, Thank y'all for even putting me on, man. I appreciate it for real. When D gave me the call, you know what I'm saying? Because Dez and D, man, I've been knowing them boys for a long time. A long time. I think both of them probably
and tell everybody how you go ahead and tell everybody how you know them.
Oh man, long time. It go back to the basketball day. I was always real short. I ain't really
we were in French class together.
Yeah, we did. Hey, I don't know what the hell we doing in Jacksonville taking French, but we did. We did. But it go back a little bit further than that. Way back to the days of it used to be called Villa Del Rio. You remember them apartments over there on Timaquan?
Yeah.
I was out there, man. I stayed out there, and I ran to them boys, man, playing basketball, man. I never really got picked, but I still know them. I think both of them probably dunked on me before, but it was okay. It's all good. It was love because they hugged me, so it was all right. And like they dunked on me and did the Scottie Pippen push down. They dunked on me and gave me a hug, so I felt all right after that. Always been solid dudes, man. Always been solid dudes. Them ain't my friends, man. Them my brothers, man. I swear them boys always been all right. Especially, there's he was real close to my wife. They were good friends, and a lot of people don't know, but I lost my wife in 2017 to cancer, man.
That's cancer, bro. You know what I mean?
Man.
Listen, that's a touchy subject. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, it's kind of like what Kevin Hart said. What cancer at? Tell that motherfucker I'm looking for him.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Hey, if you find him before me, call me, bro.
Well, I'm trying.
We're gonna jump him.
Joe, we're gonna whoop him bad. We're gonna whoop him bad. You hear me?
Yeah. He gonna get it.
But of course,
all of us was in that French class. Hey, remember when that white dude had tried to?
Yeah. Man, listen, man. Hey.
We handled that so fast. The teacher was still writing on the board before he knew what happened.
Man, talking about the old French teacher.
Yeah.
Mr. Brown.
The old dude.
Yeah, Mr. Brown.
Hey, listen, man.
The white,
what it was.
All gray hair, white?
Yeah, Mr. Brown.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
real soft-spoken French teacher. Kind of weird to me. Like you talk,
Yeah.
that soft.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't speak that soft French to me. Talk hard French to me. You know what I'm saying? You get all close to you. Like, what's that? Like, what you on, bro? Don't talk soft to me. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So that was, it was a good vibe though, man. That was the 90s, man. To me, honestly, the 90s was the best era for everything, whether it were movies, sports, everything. Because all the top athletes, all the top teams was 90s teams and 90s athletes, except for I guess the Lakers and the Celtics with those 80s teams. You know what I'm saying? But as far as everything else, man, the 90s was But I do appreciate y'all boys letting me on, man.
Hey,
I do.
No worries. So what you got going on, Jay?
Well, at this time, man, I own a barbershop. Okay. It's called CelesCuts. It's doing well, man. I can't complain at all. It's real dope, man. It's a 3-chair barbershop. I actually bought some land and had it built and made it 3-chair. It was doing so well, I figured I wanted to just extend what I had going on, and I opened up a lash bar on the other side. I built like a little lash thing on the other side, and I have a young lady working in there doing lashes, because these lashes is what's
that's where the money at right there.
Yeah, they want to walk around like this, so just let them do their thing.
Hey,
you can let them
So what made you want to get into the whole barber and entrepreneur life? What made you fall?
Well, for one, I went extra hard on it because well, Dad, you know where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta do the whole background story and all that stuff. But where I came from, it was like one of those things where you either doing this or you doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
West side. I was definitely born, you know what I'm saying, into it. So I did get involved with it. I don't ever like to put a name on it because it ain't nothing to praise. You know what I'm saying? People kill me with trying to praise that and rap about it like that's like you would think they talking about an engineer degree or something. That shit ain't what's happening. You know what I'm saying? So
you did dabble in the little rap in the rap world for a little bit.
I did. I did actually pretty good with that.
You spit some nice bars. I ain't gonna lie, you spit some bars.
Bars.
I appreciated bars. Yeah. But like on a more serious note, I knew that what I was doing, even though it was good. I was doing good with that. You know what I'm saying? But I knew, especially once I lost my wife, I knew I can't leave my kids out here. Yeah. And getting involved with anything with that street stuff, man, it's nonsense. And to me, if you just, you just actually just put yourself in that situation, that's selfish as hell. Because you're not only gonna hurt you, but you're gonna hurt everybody that love you and everybody that depend on you. Mm-hmm. I can't be that one that intentionally hurt my kids. You know what I'm saying?
You know how that story ends though.
Every time.
Every time. You don't know how that barbering story ends. You know what I'm saying? If I go hard for it, I have an idea of what exactly. It can do. But that street life, you already know how that ends.
I know exactly how it ends. I know exactly how it ends.
About it.
Yeah. And then the thing with me, the way that I was looking at it, the way I felt about it, I felt like you said, Joe, I know how it's gonna end because I already got it in my mind, and I put it into the universe. You know what I'm saying? Because I put God first, and then I put God first, my family, and then my biz. And if anything happens to me, I could leave them that. You know what I'm saying? You need something to be able to leave. You know what I'm saying? Your children, or something to pass on to them. Not even necessarily leave. I don't even want to speak that. You know, so I can still be here and watch them take over and run it, and take it to the next level. I just always wanted to be able to give them something, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that they don't have to ever sit and say, well, I had to get involved with such and such. Because if any of them say that, they don't lie.
Hey, move them out the hood into the suburbs.
All of that. So then,
no excuse.
No excuse. I mean, the hood is in them naturally. Yeah. They can get ratchet, but as far as saying I ain't have no choice, I had to do it.
Nah.
I'm gonna say you're lying. You're lying.
Hey, quick, real quick. When you speaking about your kids, have your kids, any of your kids show any interest in being entrepreneurs or doing stuff to possibly like make them an income or being self-sufficient?
Yeah, they do, but not as hard as I would like for them to. Okay. And I would have to blame myself, you know what I'm saying? Because as parents, especially, you know what I'm saying, minority parents, Black parents, we always seem to want to give our kids everything that we never had instead of teaching them everything that we were never taught. You see what I'm saying?
That's a good line.
So it's kind of, so I got to learn to, you know what I'm saying, balance it out and work with them on what I would like for them to learn. You know what I'm saying? I talk to them about all the stuff. I guarantee you, all of us on here, grown men, Black males, and I guarantee you growing up between the age of 12, when we can really 12 to 20, ain't nobody say nothing to us about no credit.
You
right. You ain't 100% correct.
True.
So
100% correct.
So it's stuff like that, man, that I want them to focus on a little more versus, you know, anything else. But I do see it in them, though, D. I really do, bro. I do.
Speaking of credit, if y'all don't know, once your kids turn 13, you can add them to your credit card as authorized users.
And get them a credit line. Yeah.
So once they turn 13, you establish their credit line. And then when they turn 18, they have perfect credit. So they don't have to really worry about
how they gonna get their first car. And and see, that's what a lot of us miss out on. And when I say us, I'm speaking about us, you know what I'm saying? Black men. In our families, like we don't even give our kids the opportunity that others give theirs. And then we be so ready to point the finger like, they ain't giving us the chance. And we didn't give our own kids the chance. It's time to stop pointing and start like looking in the mirror and realizing, man, it was stuff that I could have done because it was money. When we were at Forest, D, man, I know I had a shoebox at home with, you know what I'm saying, over 40, 50,000 in it easy because shit, my grandmother found it and put me out. But had I known then what I know now, but I didn't have the teaching.
You would have flipped it the other way.
Exactly.
Open up an account.
I would have had several pieces of land versus one or two.
Yeah.
I would have had, you know what I'm saying? I would have had grants put up for my kids way before they were even thought of. You know what I'm saying? And as far as the credit thing, a lot of people believe that white people, they just rich, they got it made. Nah, what it is, they set credit up just like we were just talking about. They set credit up for their kids early.
Yep.
And dog, they borrow on stuff like life insurance and everything else. By the time they kid, after you done paid on it about 10, 20 years, depending on if you have a whole life or the term life, whatever the case may be, you can borrow on that stuff, bro. Yeah. You borrow on that and go on vacation, take your family on several trips. You know what I'm saying? But people don't understand. We don't know that because we were never taught that, bro. Exactly. We were never made to understand that. But now I think now in 2021, I believe that a lot of our third eye is opening and we starting to understand and realize the things that we can do amongst each other. Like this right here is powerful. This is powerful what we're doing right here. It's so hard to get several brothers together on one accord in agreement about something without trying to have a pissing contest.
Yeah, exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
You only see half of it right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? This started out as a joke in the group chat, like, bro, we finna do a podcast. Like, yeah. Dedrick, like, bro, I got the stuff. Like, he called me like, yo, I got everything to do the podcast. I'm like,
man, Dedrick always have everything.
Look, right. He's sitting over in Hawaii, boy. Just got everything to play with.
Even when we were little, we like,
I got everything.
Man, I'm telling you, when we were little, we want to go fishing. I got everything. I got the cooler, the reels, the sandwiches, the sodas. What y'all ready? They're like, you always got everything. And we could have built a house. I got everything.
Got everything.
No, but real talk, man. When I used to sell cars, I sold a car to this white kid, 18 years old, had just turned 18. Like his birthday was like that Friday, and he came into the dealership that Saturday. And when we ran his credit was a 720. And his father, this was like 3 years ago. His father looked at me because I was like, how the hell he got a 720?
720.
After his day after his 18th birthday.
His dad was like, what do you mean?
Yeah, well, see, I didn't even say that. He actually looked at me and he said, you got this look on your face, what's wrong? And I was like, nothing, you know, in the car business, they say, make a friend, don't talk about anything negative, you know, just keep them all smiles and happy.
Right.
I had that look on my face, and he was like, well, go ahead, tell me. He's like, we buying the car. This is his car. What's going on? And I said, how does he have a 720 a day after his birthday? And he told me about what Dedrick just said. And I was like, okay. So now that I got a son, my son was what, 2? I said, all right, I know how to prepare him. And like working in the car business for 4 years, man, every white person that came in, just about, was like, yeah, like, and they bringing their kids to buy vehicles. They're putting their vehicles in their kids' name by themselves. They had a 700 or higher. They talking about how they're about to buy a condo or a house, and I'm like, okay, I see how they do it now.
Right.
Hey, well, tomorrow Monday, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We finna get Mari added tomorrow on somebody's credit card.
There you go.
We finna get added tomorrow.
Just like that.
All you gotta do is go in there and add them as an authorized user.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. Now think about that. Now, Norm just said a dude came in at 18. Those type of moves right there, look at that head start. That's a 18-year-old Caucasian versus us, we be about 28.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's a 10-year head start, man. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why, bro. And it's really our fault now if we can sit here and have this type of discussion and we don't give our kids that same opportunity. It's no longer their fault. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We already know we got to deal with what we have to deal with due to our melanin. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got to be blind and not see that. But at the same time, there's things that we can do to move forward and make things happen for our kids. Because each generation get a better chance at life. Each generation, to me, I think so.
Okay.
So
yeah,
that's real, Norm. Like I can imagine, dog, working at a car lot, the different people that you ran into. You probably ran into good credit, bad credit, okay credit, rich people, poor people, middle class. You ran into everything, and you can see when you in there, you got to be a sponge, and that's what you was. The look on your face was the sponge, like.
Right.
So I'm gonna soak this game up.
You know something? It's crazy because like in the car business, like, you know, people would be like, people our age, maybe even younger, us, we walk in and be like, oh, here comes a Vogue. And that was the nickname, you know, and then like there was Vogue. So they can't buy anything. It's basically like bad credit. And then it's I've never asked what the word Vogue mean, but I always knew it was somebody it's like they all had that look like, oh, they can't buy anything.
Spell it.
And like
it
was great. Huh?
Spell it for me.
B-O-G. B-O-G-E, Vogue.
That's
and like
one
the
of
thing
those
it was
spelled correctly, but
yeah.
Look that up. I'm gonna have to Google that.
And so
Vogue.
And like the thing was, it was either us at a young age, anybody that was over 50 that was black, they're like, all right, they automatically in a good credit, they good credit category. It was the middle-aged white people that lived in the country. And that was crazy. And then anybody in any other race, except for Chinese. Chinese were just people that we nobody wanted to deal with them because they always hassled you for the cheapest price.
Yeah, that's
how it was.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty racist.
But you know something? And working in the car business, because it was always a hustle. It was always a hustle. You set back and like you started picking up that mentality because, you know, it was like people, you'd be like, oh man, I got to make some money. I didn't make money yesterday, so I got to make money today. And it turned around and like all of a sudden you start picking up that mentality. Oh, they go that bold. I ain't gonna try to mess with them. But then like, you know.
Yeah,
that man
see that racism splashed all the way over to the car salesman.
Dang.
Yeah. Smell like Bows.
and that's real because that's how they do me when I go in the dealership.
And we all know Dan ain't got no problem with the pun.
Boy, listen, hey, anybody who sell cars, if you watching this and you see Dana walking there, listen, you better be on your best behavior. You better be on your best behavior.
They do that every time.
Hey, you better treat Bud like he a 45-year-old Caucasian man.
They do it every time. Then they see their credit score and they, oh, you need something to drink? You want this?
Yeah. Now they want to give you the water with the lemon in.
Listen, like when you seen us come in there and it was like they were like in their 20s. I think I've only seen it like maybe once or twice, where somebody like a black kid walks in and they actually got a good, decent credit score. It was like you had to watch how your facial expression was, because like if they like it was like, oh, okay, we could do something here, and it was crazy, man. But
that's natural.
Yeah, but you know, so when I worked, I tried to give everybody an equal opportunity. That's how it was. That's how, and I treated everybody the same.
That's professionalism, but you already know when Ray walked through the door, his pants hanging off.
Like, smelling like the earth.
Smelling like the earth.
Smelling like the earth.
Honestly, bro, listen, bro, we the dopest people, we the dopest culture. We are the most copied culture there is, bro. But honestly, I gotta say it, and I mean it, bro. I don't care if a million people see this, bro. It is hard dealing with us sometimes.
Yeah.
You ain't lying.
Even as a black man, bro, when I go to, I would rather go to Chick-fil-A.
Was it Chris Rock?
Probably was Chris Rock.
I love black people, but you know what I hate? I hate this. Right. Yeah, that's a fact.
But it's so crazy because so many, it seems that more rather lean towards the NIGGA instead of lean towards black individual, black person, black man, black woman. You know what I'm saying? I guess because it's so much easier to be a nigga versus showing some sort of self-respect and self-confidence and something, bro. Like you go and you buy something from them and if they make your order, I say a burger with no cheese, you know what I'm saying, and a Sprite. Come to the window, it's got everything I didn't ask for in a sweet tea.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, oh, it's wrong. What? Damn. Then they snatch it back from me like you
did something wrong.
Like I did something wrong.
Did I not speak clearly?
But guess what? A white person, oh, I'm so sorry. You know what? Yeah. You keep that one and I'll give you another one. God bless you.
Hey, that's the difference between Chick-fil-A and Popeyes.
Look, the black people, they try to give you the thing like, oh, we'll get you another one, but you can keep it, like they doing you a favor. You're not doing me a favor, like you got this wrong. It's not a favor that you're doing me. You got this wrong.
To me as a whole.
Did you not hear me?
To me, dog, personally, as a whole, we're messed up as a whole, bro, because it's almost like we can't stand to see each other successful. We can't help one another out to get to that point before. It's like, why are you in competition with me? Why, if I'm telling you that I have a barbershop, you can come in here and cut, bro, and I tell you exactly how I done it, versus, you like, I ain't going in there, I don't really like the size of it. Or he got Jaguar colors in there. It's like black people find something to
Find
not
something.
like
Yeah,
about the next black person.
And that's
Shit
that's
crazy.
That's what I can respect about you, because you open up your barbershop and then you brought in your cousin, like, hey, you want to cut with me?
For sure.
Let's do it. Let's do this. Let's keep it in the family.
And as we speak, we're putting money together to get him a lot. And when he get his lot, we're gonna go through the same people that I know because I built a relationship with them to build him one. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then he'll do it for his son and his daughter, and I'll pass mine to my kids, and it just goes on. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it goes. You know what I mean?
And I know because I know, and like we know his wife, and you know she's already got the entrepreneur mentality as well. So that's a problem when it comes to like building up for the future for these other folks that ain't listening. Like them two, that's a power couple right there.
That's a power. It'll be a power move, man. Honestly,
Yeah.
And they will do extremely well. Like you said, you know, Shell. So I don't even have to tell you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
those candied grapes.
You know,
Oh man,
man, hey,
The candied grapes.
the infamous. She need to put infamous on her grapes. Them bitches undefeated. You hear me?
Yeah.
Them bitches undefeated.
Floyd Mayweather candied
Floyd
grapes.
Mayweather grapes, yeah. But as black people, man, we really need to like push each other forward instead of trying to push each other down. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro.
Hey, I like the whole crab analogy. You know, everybody in Jacksonville love to go to the crab shack or whatever that crab house is named, but hey, like
About
crab,
30 of them.
yeah, it's like crabs in the barrel, pretty much. You get up there, and instead of you pulling somebody up, you got all these other people pulling you down, and then once you get out, you don't want to reach back down and pick anybody up because you see the negativity.
Right.
Like
It's tough, man.
As black people, we need to start reaching. Like if you get up, you should try to pull one or two up with you.
With you, man. With
Hey,
you, man.
but look, when you try, but you got to make sure when you pulling them two up, they ain't trying to pull you down instead of getting pulled up.
Yeah.
You feel me? You trying to pull them two up, they pulling you down, not everybody down.
I think if everybody truly paid attention to people's energy, bro, you could tell. Like energy don't lie. That don't lie. If someone told me, man, JoJo was talking about you, man, that nigga said you ain't. She said you was short or whatever. I'd be like, oh, well, that's true, but why would JoJo? It's like, why would JoJo say that about me? But when JoJo come around me, what's up, bro? You know what I'm saying? We dabbing, we hugging, we laughing, we joking. I'm gonna feed off his energy. I ain't even gonna entertain what this person said that JoJo said this and that. I'm gonna wait until I'll let it play out. Because as long as he around me, he respect me, I'm gonna respect him. That's every man on here. I got respect for every man on here. Even if somebody tell me y'all said something to, man, that nigga interview was whacking in the bitch. Man, that nigga trash. Man, I'll never bring that nigga back on here. But if I see y'all in person, it's like, man, what's up, Norm? You know what I'm saying? What's going on, bro? I'm gonna feed off your energy. And that's what people need to learn to do. Feed off energy. Stop feeding off niggas words, dog. That's these niggas hoes for real. Wait, see. I be trying to go there, man.
That sweet water came out a little bit.
I be trying to, cause it's crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. I be trying
we keeping it real, man. We keeping it real.
I try to, but I don't even want that to come out of me, man. I try to, I don't want to be like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, but people will bring it out of you, bro. But when they bring it out of you, I learned, bro, and I done been in so much trouble now to where I wish I'd known this sooner. But when a person can get to you like that, that mean they won.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I don't let so many people win. I've been defeated so many times.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie. Honestly, like straight up, I see the growth. Because I've known you from when you had that 40, 50K in the shoebox under your bed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've known you from when, one time we was walking out of the club, we had a little misunderstanding in the club.
This is when I met you, but I didn't meet you.
Yeah, we had a misunderstanding in the club, and we walked out all heated. We see you in the parking lot. I'm like, yo, this dude trying us. He's like, yo, you want me to get it? What we doing? I'm like, no, we cool, Jay. We cool. We don't need that right now.
Oh, that was you.
Hey,
man,
but like
I ain't even realize when David was like who we was at, they're like, yeah, I got my boy coming on here, barber. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, cool. He was like, yeah, we met him when he was at the club that night. He tell that story. I'm like, oh, okay. Like I say, I done heard the name so much, and you know what I mean. But we never really met. Like, what's happening, bro? You know what I mean?
And it's crazy, man, because that's not the memory. I don't want people to have that memory of me. I want people to be like, oh, he owns his own business. that brother doing all right.
Like I was saying, the growth. I've seen the growth from that to now, and even now, you have like if I was to call you and say, hey Jay, I need something, like you wouldn't hesitate.
Not at all, my boy.
It's all about family and friends and growth, and I've seen the growth. Proud of you, my boy, and just like keep it up.
Appreciate it, dog.
Keep it up. Keep moving.
Definitely.
Hey,
Definitely.
so you gonna stick around with us, bro, and just get into a little foolishness with us. You know what I mean? You gonna stick on with us today?
Listen, what's in y'all cups, man? Because your cup keep going up.
Listen.
Hey, baby, give me a cup. Let me blend in.
Yeah, go get you a cup, bro.
Just pour me some sweet tea. Let me make everybody think it's Hennessy.
Shot at Hennessy straight.
Because I don't drink.
Hey, speaking of Hennessy, y'all see that Canelo fight last night?
Nah,
no.
Speaking
of Hennessy,
I seen that.
Speaking of Hennessy, you heard about Jay-Z.
What about what happened with Jay-Z?
Yeah. Speaking of Hennessy,
yeah.
So he got Duce and Hennessy?
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
That just took him to like the level. Wow. He was already a billionaire, but now you boy. And this man from Mars. See, look, that's what's in your cup.
Hey, we were just talking about Jay-Z last night because we were like talking about the Super Bowl and all that stuff. And remember when the NFL, right around the Colin Kaepernick time, when the NFL had put Jay-Z in charge of the Super Bowl entertainment,
right?
Right, and people were like, "Oh, he's selling out, blah 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 blah," and all this and all that. And then this Super Bowl come. Guess what? There's only one singer that's not white, that's not black, on the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Okay, we in there.
like Jay-Z had a plan. He had an idea.
Yeah, let the man work, bro.
And
he playing chess. Everybody playing checkers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Jay-Z saying it's like he always just strategically moved, bro. Like everything makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody was tripping on Lil Wayne with the endorsement with Trump, but look what happened.
It got him out of jail.
Exactly.
It got him out of jail. He knew it was coming. He was like, "Oh, my homeboy." Yes.
See, I would have took that picture. Yeah. I don't care what, man. Listen, before I go do 8 years in prison by the gun charge, all I gotta do is endorse Trump.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's going down.
And look, and he didn't win either. Oh yeah.
And he didn't win. So it's just like
Kodak when he got the Super Bowl ring with Trump name on the side.
All right. But keep me out of jail. Keep me out of prison for 8 years. I'm gonna give me a Trump tat. I ain't going to prison, man. I ain't got time for that.
We too old for that. We way too old for that.
Hey, bro, hold on. Hey, I wanted to ask you a question though about barbering. It's kind of a two-part question. You know what I'm saying? You cut. So first, is it a type of hairstyle? You know what I'm saying? Somebody come in and be like, "Yo, give me a whatever," that you be like, "God, I don't feel like cutting this." And then the second part is there one when they be like, "Give me a whatever," and you like, "Oh yeah, I'm finna go to work on this one."
Definitely. This crazy. I don't know if none of y'all boys from Texas. Now I ain't messing with nobody from Texas, but that's
that whole shag. Oh, you talking about that shag?
With the tall shag. I call it the tall shag. Listen, man, anybody coming there like that, I'm gonna just like my hand hurt real bad. I'm gonna be like, you know what? Man, I couldn't imagine that. Man, it just don't seem to make sense to me. So I don't even want no parts of it. But you know what cut that I feel like I've really mastered, and it's the temp, like the temp fade. Like I enjoy cutting that on every grade of hair, because I feel like I've done my thing on that one. So but honestly, I feel confident in any haircut. But if I had to turn one down, it'd be that tall Texas shag shit. And it'd be that. But the one that, you know what I'm saying, when they come in, I put that extra flavor on them, man. That temp fade.
Another barber in question, and I ask all my barber friends this. When do you let your client know that they should just go bald? Or do you keep cutting their hair and saying, yeah, man, you look fresh, so that you keep getting their money?
So they got their dread star right here. He wants you to tape him right there.
Listen, man, honestly, everybody got a different flavor, man. You got some cats who
Good answer. Good answer.
You know, every man for himself. Some of them cats really need to go. Some of them cats need to let it go, man. Some of them cats need to let it go, man.
But is it your job? Is it your job to tell them, or do you just hint to it like, hey, this lineup getting back a little far?
Yeah.
Listen, it is my job to make
the client
them feel good.
Okay.
You nice. You nice.
That's all I can say. Because there's a lot of cats we went to school with there. They holding on, man.
Yeah.
Hey, you seen that? Damn, man. It was an old. I'm gonna tell my age on this, but it was a DVD. Well, cliffhanger. Where he hanging on to the cliff.
Oh yeah.
A lot of niggas tape us doing that.
What's up, little man?
What up?
What's going on, man?
How old is he?
Looking just like you.
3.
Hey, look, hey, Jay.
What's up?
None of your kids got your jeans.
They look just like their mama, bro.
All of them do.
And that shit.
Hey, how old are your kids, bro?
14, 10, and 3.
Okay.
We
right there. I'm right there behind you. I'm 13, 11, and 2.
Well, we were doing that same time.
Yeah, we were right there, back to back.
We were being fruitful at the same time, simultaneously.
Yeah, he had the same mindset. Oh, I rock with you. Hey, okay, my boy.
Yeah, I got a Pisces, a Scorpio, and a Sagittarius.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got October, June, and February.
Yeah, I don't know my signs.
I got a Leo.
Man, them Leos tough, man. I'm not big on the zodiac sign stuff, but Leos really do seem to fit into that cat. They're some headstrong individuals, man. Like,
shout out my boy Biz.
Shout out
my boy Biz.
Yeah, I'm a Leo.
Boy, them some headstrong folks, boy. They
like my son. He the sweetest kid you'll meet, but man, I'm waiting for the day that he becomes just like his Uncle Dez. I'm waiting for it.
What's wrong? What I be doing? I ain't did nothing.
Hey, bro, sit your head.
You know, Dez kind of always been like the quiet,
I
up
observe
to
it.
something.
Yeah.
He's quiet, but he up to something.
I'm always planning.
He
Something
up to
calculated.
something.
Dez always got a plan for something. Dedrick always got whatever's needed. Dez always got a plan for it. Whatever.
He got the blueprint. Dez got the blueprint. Dez got the blueprint, and Dedrick got all the shit to do it.
Yeah,
Right.
Let's get it done.
Gilligan would have been on the island with them two niggas.
Dez, we finna go build a house. Ooh, I was just thinking about building the house. I already know how to do it.
Got everything back, yo.
And then they sister on the inside going ahead and writing out how everything gonna be placed in center, right there in the center.
Yep.
Man, they them jokers there, man. They are brothers for real.
Yeah.
They are brothers for real.
Hey, it's in our blood. It's in our blood, honestly. That's one thing that I can honestly say about our parents. They didn't teach us anything about. I'm sorry.
Finances.
And hit him with the parent snap.
Yeah.
They taught us that.
That's not allowed in the church
Taught
now.
us to snap.
They didn't teach us anything about finances, but they did teach us about how to do anything.
Yep. How to live.
And instill in us that we can do anything. I remember my daddy used to call me out, like I'd be in there playing video games, like, hey, come help me change the brakes on this car. Or
like, Daddy, I'm 4 years old, Daddy.
You remember when you had to go out there and help them get that transmission off of them?
I remember that.
But
no, I'm telling you, that's what make y'all different from a lot of men, bro. A lot of men ain't had it. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? They ain't grow with no pops. You know what I'm saying? Even if, you know what I'm saying, y'all boy 3 years old changing brake pads. Cats wasn't doing that, man. That is wasn't doing that. But this joker here, he finna cut the yard next time he need to be cut. I don't give a damn. What it look like?
Yeah.
I'm starting young.
It's crazy because they daddy taught me how to change brake. They daddy and my wife, they sister taught me how to change brakes on my car.
Damn.
Hey, he never taught me how to change brakes, but I done sat out with him several times while he done changed my brakes for me. I'd be like, but hey, listen, I don't know nothing about cars, but I'm finna watch you do it. Like,
that's something. Because I'm gonna show my daughters, man, how to change their tire and everything else. Like, I just want them in position to always respect the man, but never have yourself in a place where you need him. You know what I'm saying? It just, you know, culture. Like, I don't want them on some city girl shit. It's cool. The music cool.
Yeah, all of us got daughters. All of us got daughters. So we all, you know, we all preaching that same thing.
Yeah, and I mean, it's cool to. I mean, I don't want the daughters with all of that. I don't need a man. I don't fucking need. I don't want them on that. Because if you carry yourself like a woman, you will meet a man. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay to want your man to do things for you, or being at times where you need him to do something for you that a man should be doing. But that's dope, man. Your wife could change. Oh, y'all sister, she can change. Yeah, she can change brake pads.
Yeah.
I ain't got over that yet. I'm saying.
Don't get me wrong. That was like about 10 years ago. I can change them now. Yeah, I know how to do it now.
But that day, no one in the house lay down like.
Change the brake pad?
Okay, that shit ain't happening no more. Nigga ain't even go to work the next day. What you doing? I'm rechanging these pads. See.
Oh man.
I gotta rechange these pads.
Let me.
So, you know, for the last couple of weeks, we've been kind of, back and forth about what we talking about, and we decided we're gonna give y'all this little story tonight. Like I said, we got the homie just gonna kick it with us, and we just gonna bounce around. But being that
wait, before you go there, hold on. I want to ask some questions about the barbershop, and like what's the long-term plan? Like, what's your goal? Not just for that barbershop, and then in life, as far as business-wise, what other ventures do you look to get into, or things you're thinking about?
Man, dope
so
question.
Let's start with the barbershop now.
So, as far as like the barbershop itself, I can't imagine cutting hair till I'm 60 years old. I'm not sure if y'all ever heard of Cole's Barbershop. Did y'all know Mr. Cole over on Kings Road? Older cat.
I've heard of him before.
He passed away now, but Mr. Cole was like, I think 70 something years old cutting hair.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. But I would like to expand and have 2 or 3 shops. But as far as the long-term part, I want to get into the teaching part of it. Because they have barbering schools, where and I want to try to do it where it's cheaper. I can't say free because it's tough to do anything for free. You know what I mean? But to where it's cheaper, to where a lot of young brothers, because everybody can't play basketball. Man, I have never touched the backboard before? Do you know what that feels like? That's not a good feeling, brother. I'm telling you now.
All that. I don't know all that.
Man, I've never touched the backboard. You see that little bottom part of the net? I swatted at that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but hey, that's actually all us play. Like all us that play ball, we all play ball. You know, like you say, you play with Dedrick and Dan. Like we all play ball together. We all used to play ball back in the day. So yeah.
the only thing I had going for me with sports, man, was speed. Now track, I was the man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I stuck to that. But I said all that to say this on a serious note, that we have to create other avenues for our especially younger Black males. Mm-hmm. So where they need to realize that you don't have to play football. You don't have to play basketball. You don't have to rap. So you can cut hair. I'm not saying you're gonna become a millionaire overnight, but you can become a millionaire in this hair industry, in this hair business. So I would love to open up a school, nonprofit if possible, or just a cheaper way of teaching young males and young women, females also, how to cut hair, how to treat hair, how to color, just everything that needs to be known on the head. You know what I'm saying? And not just one school, but several schools.
Yeah.
And that'll be my way of giving back, because you got to give back. You know what I'm saying? There's no way you can go forward without giving back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna always have my rear view, and not to pay attention to haters that's talking shit behind me, but to make sure I'm not leaving the right people behind. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly believe in being successful, you gotta leave some people behind. It just it sounds harsh, but
yeah.
Everybody ain't meant to go for the ride, man.
Exactly. And well, that's the good way to put it. See, I didn't know how to put it, but that's the way to put it. See, I would have put it in Sweetwater term like fuck these things. But you did it right. You said it right, and I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So to answer your question, man, like long term, I would love to, like I said, try to I will open up a nonprofit school, man, a little cheaper to, get our younger brothers and sisters on board to where they can start something. Because, professionalism, help them get their license and move forward into this. You know what I'm saying? And possibly open up them a school. Or who knows, they might create the next hottest haircut. You see what I'm saying? And like I said, I feel good seeing other people become successful off of that.
Yeah.
So those are the 2 or 3 barbershops you plan on opening, or you would like, you plan on owning the land that those are on also, or do you plan on, leasing in some buildings that may be already open?
No, I want to. Anytime I open anything or do anything, it'll never be in the plaza again. I'm gonna buy some land, even if it takes a little longer. Because right now, honestly, I can go open like 2, 3 other barbershops in someone else's plaza, paying them and having them over my head, having to make sure I pay them and make sure I do this on my land. It's private land. I own it. All I pay is the taxes.
Yeah.
All I pay is the taxes in JEA. Right. You see what I'm saying? And then when Christmas roll around or birthdays roll around for people that work with me, because nobody works for me. I never say that. People that work with me in the shops, I tell them on their birthday, don't worry about this week. Don't work on Christmas. I tell them, man, don't worry about that week, man. Do your thing. Get your family something. And I feel good being able to do that. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope, man.
That's real dope. So everybody can do their thing. So yeah, to answer your question, no, I don't think I will go into a plaza. Nothing against anybody that has, but as far as me, no, man. Like how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5, 6 of us on here. All of us put together $2-3 grand a piece. We can go buy a whole big plot and put a barbershop on. Yeah. Just like that.
And the reason I asked that question is, that people who watch this that have an idea how to move, and the reason you're moving the way you're moving. So you answer that in a way that you explain, this is why I'm moving in this way, and why I wouldn't want to be in somebody else's building paying a lease, which is big and that's important. Stuff like that people don't understand. They may have land, but they going over.
Right. And I think another thing with us as Black people, I hate trying to make everything so racial, but we are sort of like financially and financially our literacy financially is just kind of behind. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, I feel like we as Black people we be so scared to take risk. You know what I'm saying?
let me. You said something that I heard something like yesterday or the day before. I think it was Joe Gotti that was saying that, where you said we're afraid to take risks. The thing is, people in our culture are usually afraid to take financial risks, right? But they'll risk things more valuable. They risk their freedom in their life doing things that will get them in a lot of trouble.
We got it
like
backwards.
Like
We got
that.
it backwards. Yeah.
Risk it like that.
Like
So
speaking of financial risk, we were just like in our little group, like we started like kind of an investment group chat amongst all of us. And
So we already got a hedge fund name.
And financial risk is part of investing.
Right.
And thanks to Dana, with his education on that, I was able to make a good profit on an investment.
Yeah.
Now, do you do any kind of investment, or have you dabbled in that realm or anything?
That's for me.
Yeah, for you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, the largest investment I made was in myself.
Okay, guys.
Because I believe in me. You know what I'm saying? It's only one thing, one person, one entity, one energy that I believe in more than myself, and that's God.
Gotcha.
I believe once I put my mind to it, it's on, D. You know what I'm saying? It's on.
Yeah.
Your worst enemy is not something on the streets. Your worst enemy is yourself. You can do more damage to yourself than anybody could ever do to you.
Hey, bro, I struggle with that to this day. Like, you know what I'm saying? With what I got going on, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's so many ideas I got, like, yo, I know I can do this, but then it's like, but what if you can't do it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and then it caused me to pause. Instead of just going for it. Yeah.
Self-doubt will get you every time.
I don't know if it's doubt, but it kind of it's like it's natural it's natural to think, what if this doesn't? You know what I'm saying? It's not like you're doubting yourself, but it's that financial.
It's like
you scared to take that risk.
A little apprehension, a little like
failure is scary, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing that creates a drawback. It's failure, the thought of failure. Nobody ever they don't want to do something because they succeed at something. So it's really the failure that we're afraid of. But for some people, it's the financial risk and the failure of losing finances don't bother some people, and they really step out there because they believe in themselves, or they have the thought or belief that they can get back those financial risk, the financial amount that they're risking. And that's where, as people, we got to figure out how to bring people up to have confidence in themselves to actually do that and not go out and risk their freedom, because that freedom is worth way more than $100 you can lose, or $10,000.
I'm trying to tell you, freedom, bitch. I'd rather be dead, broken, free than filthy rich, locked up.
Freedom is priceless. You can't put a price on freedom.
Hey, but
I don't want to be around a bunch of men, man.
Like this.
Small cell. I just don't, man.
Only in this type of setting.
Yeah.
Only in this setting.
Because,
like I said, I've been in trouble. I'm no angel, and so I've been in trouble. And I've been in jail before, man. And I'm gonna tell you one of the most craziest thing. Every time I went to jail, I fought. That was cool. I ain't never had a problem fighting. But I'm gonna tell you what was the most messed up situation about going to jail that I hated the most. Nigga, do you know I'm laying in the bed, or I'm calling it laying in the bed. Please don't ever call your jail shit a bed, but I'm laying in the damn bunk. All I hear is dog, I turn over, it's the nigga sitting on a toilet 2 feet away from me.
Nah, man.
This nigga doodling, bro. I smell it. I said, you know what? I said, right then, boy, I said, boy, this is not for me, bro. This man taking a dookie right next to me, bro. That has yet to get out of my head. But I said, bro, I'm gonna tell you something. Bro, listen, man, I literally, Well,
You're so right. I understand.
Y'all ask me, I'm mad by that shit.
Bro, I've been there. I know what you mean. I know what you
listen.
mean.
Hey, Norm, guess what? I told him, I said, bro, when you get done, see me out there.
Listen, I know why you said that too.
Boy, right hand high, I told him, I said, bro, when you get done, see me out there. Man, I stood out there and waited for this nigga to fight him, bro.
Bro, you got your own room right then and there. I know.
Yeah,
bro.
I had to, bro. Because I'm like, man, you got me. That nigga say, for what? For what? Because I took a shit. Yeah, with another man in the room.
Bro, I done been down in that Liberty Street Hotel. I done been there now. I know what you mean.
Hey, Norm, guess what? On everything I love, guess what?
What was that?
That was years ago, bro. And guess what? That's the last time I went to that place.
Bro, 2008. That's the last. May of 2008. That's the last time I've been.
Hey, guess what? I don't know what he ate. I don't know what. Man, that shit smell horrendous, bro. That shit smell horrendous.
Hey, but to get back to what Dana said about the fear of failure.
What's wrong?
Fear of failure. To me, and I learned this like in 20 years of being in the military. I surprised a lot of people when I say I was in the military for 20 years, especially people from home. They're like, 20 years? Dang. But in 20 years of being in the military, I learned a couple things. One of them is your failure is not negative. A lot of people believe that when you fail at something, like it's gonna knock you down and you can't recover from it. But with me, failure is an opportunity for learning. Failure is an opportunity to reset yourself.
Yeah.
And don't make that mistake and not make that mistake again.
Right. That's real.
Yeah.
So
that's real.
And then another thing I learned, you have to know the game. You have to know how to play the game. You gotta know who's playing the game, and you gotta know how to make your moves. The military is all about making the right moves at the right time, playing the game so that you get to the position so that you can make change. And that's what we need to understand as Black men, that it's not always the right time to do something. You have to know you gotta know when to make that move so that you can expand on whatever you're trying to work on, whatever you do.
Yeah.
You don't move without a plan.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yep.
And another thing, and this is just from growing up in the Telfair household. I don't know about y'all, but my mama distilled this in me in the early age that I can do absolutely anything.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
That is mama.
That is your mama. That is mother.
There's nothing that I can't do.
Listen,
it's just all about me.
You know how I knew that statement like really resonated with Dedrick? When I seen my dog dancing to Chris Brown on the stage in Korea.
In the Philippines.
I said, in the Philippines. I said, my dog said he can do whatever he wants.
Out there calling him Chris Brown, Chris Breezy.
He let that go. He let that do anything go to his head.
Hey, but how many people can say I was on stage with a bunch of women screaming dancing to Chris Brown's song?
Okay, I sure wish I could. Boy, look at here. But I think that's a powerful tool. That's a powerful tool in parenting, man.
Yeah.
Allowing your kid, introducing your kids to everything. As Black parents, we have to stop introducing our kids to sports. It's like, damn, what about an instrument? Yeah. What about painting? What about cooking? What about, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? And telling your child that, hey, you can do anything. Mm-hmm. No, that's a boost. That's like on Mario Brothers and he touched a little mushroom. That's a mushroom, man.
I make sure right there. Make sure with my kids, I tell them every time they ask me, Daddy, can I be this? Yes, you can be that. Can I be this? Can I be a doctor? Can I be a fighter? You can be whatever you want.
Boy, you say that a whole lot in your household.
Yeah.
All 6.
All 35.
I tell them, whatever you want to do, you can do it.
Well,
You
yeah,
gotta do
hey, niece, nephew.
I think, like,
Yeah.
with my kids, it's they're they love to learn themselves, regardless of what it is. They throw themselves all the way into it, and I think that's part of how we raise them. Like my daughter, I was talking to somebody last night, and the other day I had asked my daughter if she wanted to do something, and she didn't answer me with her mouth. She turned around we got a little whiteboard in our office area and wrote the answer out in Italian.
Nice.
Italian.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
oh,
You're
she is Italian.
Nah,
She's Italian. She was born in Italy.
She's 9 years old.
That's dope though. That's super dope.
My son.
That's dope.
My son, if you want to, like, he throws himself into it. My wife was saying last night that he throws himself into things. And now, he's young, he's 7, he wants to be a wrestler when he gets older. But you ask this dude anything about any kind of wrestler from any generation.
Oh yeah.
And he will break it down to you every match, every championship.
Are you serious?
Yes. Their whole family lineage. Like, he'll just break it down. And
that's dope, man.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Hey,
And if you know, I know.
I had him hyped. I told him we were related to Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
He was hyped about that one.
Man, say she wrote it in Italian. I'd have been like, oh, who you talking to?
But the thing is,
I don't know what that means.
but the thing is, because she was born in Italy, she wants to learn Italian, and because we're living in Hawaii, she wants to learn everything that she can about Hawaii and the culture. I got her, and I downloaded this app, called Duolingo, and it literally like 15 minutes, and she gets on it independently by herself. 15 minutes, she'll be over like
she wants to.
Yeah, she wants
to.
Yeah. So you just gotta and I think if we feed our kids the ability that they can do anything, they're gonna want to go out there and do anything.
Right.
We have to support them in whatever they do. Even if they want to play sports. Support them until they don't want to play it anymore and don't do anything.
Yeah. I mean, that's dope, man. That's parenting, man. Everybody, I think, like, even with all us on here in agreement with most of everything that everybody's saying, we still have a different parenting approach. It doesn't mean that it's wrong, doesn't mean it's the best, but what it means is we're involved. And that's the main thing. Just be involved, man. You know what I'm saying? Because with my daughters, I'm more fatherly, like consoling, but my son, I'm like, yeah.
So your daughters are older. Your daughters are older too.
They older than him.
Okay.
It just.
So I'm reversed. My boys came first, and then I got my girl. So
she gonna go through it in life. She going through it. She gonna be 37. Nigga gonna be like, who that nigga?
For real.
That's right. I forgot you married him 4 years ago.
Well, hey, hold on. You met this dude your sister talking to?
Yeah, all that right there. Daddy, you know this nigga? Like, yes, son, they got married. Remember yesterday? Oh shit, I forgot about that shit. Went down that nigga. But that's how it is, man. I don't know. It took a minute, and y'all don't rush me on this one, but it took me a minute to like do the whole "I love you, son," hug him and like kiss him type stuff, because I felt like I had to be. If he said I love you, that's I love you too, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But that's really not even necessary. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't grow up with that because you didn't grow up with that.
I didn't. You see what I'm saying? I grew up with grandparents, dog. You know what I'm saying? And mom strung out on drugs, dad strung out on drugs. Neither one of them there. So it was just me and my grandparents, and they were older. So I started wilding early. That's why I jumped off the porch so early, because they couldn't street lights. Nigga, what the fuck? That don't mean nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Nothing I'm bragging about, trust me, but it's the reason that I, you know what I'm saying, went left instead of going right. So but now, man, I think it's important that just as Black fathers, man, we got to do that. We got to do the things with our sons that we feel like.
Man, growing up, my dad, I didn't meet him till I was 12, and then with my stepdad, God rest his soul. But by the time I was 5, he met my mom. He was dating my mom when I was about 1. Him and my mom got married when I was 2. By 5, he was out the picture, and I knew of him. I knew him, and I would go see him during the summer. But I was always raised by my mom, single mom. My mom and me and my brother was. And
wait.
Up,
so you said your stepdad and your mom got married when you were 2?
2, and then they got a divorce. But see, the thing was, the thing was, I would see him during the summer. So he's always been Daddy Lou to me. To me. To this day, even though he died, I've been married for almost 8 years. He died 8 years ago. I still call him Daddy.
You better get that marriage. You better get that marriage number right, nigga.
You know she gonna watch this tomorrow.
I'm trying.
She'll get that text while you at work.
That he's gonna pop in that screen like, how many years?
Hey, I know it better than she do. But see, growing up, my mama always raised me and my brother. She was she was always the "I love you" type, because she never got it from her mom. Even though grandma's still alive, grandma 87, living good and whatnot, but she never got it from her mom. So my mom always raised us like that. And it was always my aunties too. It was six sisters and 1 brother. And I always grew up saying to myself, I don't want to be like my uncle. I don't want to be like Larry. I don't want to be strung out on drugs, running away from the cops or going to jail. So what I did was, when I started getting older, I would hang around with older men. I like my boxing coach. I still talk to him to this day. I've been knowing him for 8 years, 9 years, maybe 10 years. My church guys from my church, I still talk to them for today. And I would always watch how they treated their kids, how they treated their wives. I think even though my dad wasn't there, I always had that one up, because I was like, all right, I see this. I see how he doing that. I see how Deep doing that. I see how he doing that. And then when I got married to Tori, I see how their father treated their mom. So I took that all in and I soaked it up like a sponge. From day one, when my son was born, man, because I never really got that "I love you" from my dad. I was like, "I love you, son." And so I give him a hug all the time. I kiss him on the forehead, on the lips, or on the side, man. That's my boy. He heard my name. So, now I got a daughter, but now I got to learn how to, because I know JoJo said it. When she come, she gonna have me wrapped around her finger like that.
Well, hey, I used to pick at Dana. I used to pick at Dedrick. Look, Dez too. He got his before me too. But y'all boy, right. Shit, whatever she say, go. But now they carrying her like she the princess of the world. Where you wanna go, baby?
It's just something.
You wanna go across the street? Come on.
It's something.
Yes.
It's something.
Yeah. And my daughter, a month now, she got me and my son wrapped around her finger. She can't even talk yet. She can't walk yet. She keep her eyes closed for 16 hours of the day. But me and my son, we wrapped on the same finger, talking, get out of my way, get out of my way.
But when them eyes open, you and that nigga Franklin in rest position. That's a beautiful thing though, bro. Like, I love talking to dudes who can relate to me as far as the importance of fatherhood. You know what I'm saying? I can't talk to a nigga who don't have no type of relationship with his kids by you know what I'm saying, as far as it being his choice. Like, we can't relate. I can't relate to you, bro. So
what we got to talk about?
I ain't got time. I
want to know how your kids doing.
Yeah, I don't know how you doing.
Going forward from this interview on, I'm finna be checking your page. You finna get a friend request. I'm telling you now. You finna get the friend request, and I'm finna be trying to see what your kids doing.
Send it. I'm trying to tell you, because I'm telling you, I can't. If you can't tell me, nigga, let's tell you what your spelling bee, nigga.
Hey, look, that was the second question I asked you when I talked to you yesterday. Like, yo, how the family?
Damn, sure, yo, sure enough.
That's, I mean,
but then, I'm a day one dad that I own.
Yeah.
You know, I'll be rocking with mine, and that's they all can turn 100, 115. Shit, you're still my little one. Don't play with me.
That's what's up.
But it's beautiful though.
Joe, no, you don't see me without mine.
Yeah.
I can't do nothing without mine.
I'm surprised she ain't popped in the screen yet.
No, she don't bother me because I treat mine like a little boy. So she know better. I'm at her friend's house now in the room talking to y'all, and she out there playing. I had to come get her. You know, I do everything.
She got you
worried about you right now.
He talking tough in that room. You see he talking lower now.
Yeah, hey.
You know what I'm saying? Because he knows as soon as he get loud, she gonna send him a text. What you said there?
Yeah, she gonna come in. She gonna come in the room. You call me?
Definitely a call.
Yeah, you call me?
Like, what you got going on? What you doing? Right?
Yeah.
You call me, ask me what I'm doing.
Yeah, they do it. You know that's they know, man. They know. They know.
Hey, bro, go ahead. Go ahead and shout your you know what I'm saying, your Instagram, you know, however they
true.
Name. Go ahead and plug all that, man. We're gonna get it tagged in the comments and everything, but go ahead and give it to the people.
Man, I appreciate y'all boys letting the boy slide on, man. It's your boy JCeles. Y'all can find me on Facebook, JCeles, Celestine, you know what I'm saying? Find me on there, check me out, holla at me, you know what I'm saying? I'm always on there talking, always on there vibing, a lot of pictures on there. Also, I'm on Instagram. Nah, about my Instagram. I got locked out of my main one, which is, you know what I'm saying, at one JCeles. But now I'm it's just at CMEceles. The barbershop is CelesCuts. I'm located on the west side. I'm in Sweetwater, west side. You know what I'm saying? It's
the address?
7024 Matthew Street. Come check me out, man. You know my number 904-210-9855. Hit me up. We set up an appointment, and I'll show y'all. Show you what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? I could talk about it all day, but I'd rather show you.
What's up, man? I'm gonna have to holler at you.
Just don't go in there asking for that.
Fresh cut.
Just don't get that. What's that? The high top.
Texas
I'm gonna get that Texas shag. I'm gonna let it grow out a little bit.
It's always Dez, man. Don't listen to Dez, man.
Hey, I'm coming in one day.
Man, you right up the street, bro.
Hey, man,
every time I need a cut and I'm in Jacksonville, I hit Jason up.
Definitely, man. He always do. He always do, man. And that's real, man. That's been from day one. There's man, you always been solid, bro. I appreciate it, dog. I love you, my nigga. You always been solid, bro. Always been a leader. Always did your own thing, and that's gangster. I'm thinking people getting gangster mixed up. Gangsters when you do all that you have to do for your family. Gangsters when you keep it solid with people that keep it solid with you. That's gangster. You a fool if you just go kill somebody just because you want a body and you think that's gangster. That's not gangster, dog. Gangster is what we just done right now. We just sat at the round table, talked about our children, talked about blueprints, gave each other props on fatherhood, hollered at each other on every level. That's gangster. We all gangsters. And I appreciate y'all for bringing me to the table, man. I'm glad, you know what I'm saying, JoJo, finally, because we've seen each other, knowing, and my man, what's his name?
Yeah.
iPhone.
iPhone. Yeah, I'm looking. I'm like, yeah, like a cool thing, because I'm like, I know he's been on the interview too long. I know her daughter gonna come in the room, so I wanted to try to keep it low, like, okay. She about to let you know in just a second what time it is. But I mean, honestly, man, like, man, this felt good, man. It felt good and it felt encouraging, man. I really appreciate it, bro. Y'all invited me on.
Man, we appreciate you coming on with us, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We appreciate your time, bro. Hey, man, you the first guest that done stuck around and rocked the whole podcast with us, man, and just shot the shit with us, man. We dropped a couple jewels on the people. We appreciate your time, bro. Like we say, anytime you got something going on, let us know. We gonna like I said, I'm finna send you that request, Facebook and IG.
You already got mine.
Do that.
Yeah,
man. Everybody, man, please hit me up, man. I follow everybody back, man. I ain't famous. I hit everybody. I follow everybody back. And
yes, sir.
I'm gonna go ahead and get off because I see Joe, his eyes getting lower.
Hey, you good, man? Look, hey, hold on. Before you go, because you stuck around the whole time, y'all know we say, man, like, subscribe, share, hit the bell, comment. Hey, what we looking like? My dog gave me the shout out already. I don't know if you guys
Yeah, I think we're gonna give you the win. Yeah, you gonna get the win on that one.
Dance over there.
That's
You know
that
what I mean?
shirt.
He got
That's that
that
shirt.
T-shirt on.
That's
Y'all know,
that shirt
drop
right
the
there,
comments.
boy. That's that shirt right there, man. I don't even want to. They need to take Ricky off the shirt. Every time they see Ricky start getting serious and shit. I almost cried on this bit, man. I don't want to. And then, no, Ricky was going to lead, dog.
You
Damn.
look like a podcast. You look like a podcast.
Episode 11, man. You look like a podcast. YouTube,
111.
Spotify. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all follow everybody on all the platforms: Facebook, Instagram. You know what I mean? Holla at the boys. You know, episode 11. Hey, holla at y'all boys, man. Yo.
Yes, sir.
Yo,
Love,
yeah.
man. Y'all be easy.